What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Pursuing 1%. If you recall anything that you learned back in the day about evolution, evolution is based on natural selection. This idea came from a guy named Charles Darwin, who thought of evolution after traveling the world and paying attention to what was going on around him. What he thought, or what he theorized, was that all the species that he saw they developed their traits over time. They didn't develop them in chunks of time. They developed their traits over time. And by over time, he typically thought that was millions and millions of years, which by recent standards, that tends to be and seems to be a relatively correct number. Our traits are developed over time through natural selection. This, like I said, is called evolution. Now, Stanford Biologist Daniel Lieberman has another idea of what's been recently happening to Homo sapiens, and it's an idea that he calls Dysevolution. So back in the day, our ancestors had bigger skulls, bigger jaws, and bigger nasal cavities than we do. And they didn't have as many breathing problems. They had straighter teeth. They were able to chew on harder foods than we do today. And now we have smaller skulls, we have smaller nasal cavities, we have smaller jaws, and we have more crooked teeth. And he was wondering why that was. Why on earth would we have this shift? But it happened in a much shorter period of time. It didn't happen over millions of years. It happened over thousands of years, which again, relative to the amount of time that we've been around, short period of time. So over thousands of years, what has changed the most is our food. Sure, our breathing has changed and how we breathe has changed. And that has changed a lot about our nasal cavities and about the size of our skulls. But one of the biggest things that has changed is our food. Our food, back in the day, we had to process ourselves. We had to find, we had to kill, we had to pick. And a lot of times we didn't get to cook it. We had to eat it hard and we had to chew on it and we had to chew. And that in turn formed our jaws and made our jaws strong and made our teeth strong and made our teeth straight, made our mouths big enough to be able to fit our teeth in them. So what's happening with Dysevolution is because we can just inhale our food now because it's all cooked and soft, we don't have to chew anymore. And therefore, our jaws don't have to work as hard. And therefore, our mouths are smaller, our teeth are getting more crooked. And this is causing breathing issues because it's crushing our nasal cavities at the same time. So if last time our Pursuing 1% is, have you paid attention to your breath lately? Today, our Pursuing 1% is, have you paid attention to your chewing lately? I think you can see that. Have you paid attention to your chewing lately? In other words, number one, are you keeping your mouth shut when you chew? Number two, are you chewing enough? Are you actually taking the time to chew your food, or are you trying to inhale your food so that you can get back to whatever it is you were doing before you started eating? That's your Pursuing 1% for today. And that's what you can do to start getting better one day at a time from here forward. Check out more of our health and fitness videos on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Be sure to like, follow, or subscribe so you never miss out on our new content posted daily that contains life-changing strategies.